Hello everyone. I hope you have seen my previous video to revise the conditions for consistency of the two equations and how to find out whether the equations will be having a unique solution, infinite solutions or no solution. Let us just revise it through a table. For the given equations a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0, if a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, I'll be having intersecting lines. If they're intersecting means they are intersecting at one common point, and that common point will give me the unique solution. The system, because the solution exists, will be considered to be as consistent and the equations are going to be independent. In case I have a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 equal to c1 upon c2, the lines will coincide because they're coinciding. That means every solution of the first equation will also be a solution of the second equation. Therefore, I'll have infinitely many solutions. System will be consistent. Since I can obtain the second equation from the first equation, I can say that the equations are going to be dependent. In case a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2, the graphical representation will be parallel lines. That means the lines will not intersect, hence there will be no solution. The system can be said to be as inconsistent and the equations are independent. So this was what all I revised in the previous video. So we will be doing the exercise 3.2 now of your NCERT books. Let us take up the first question. 10 students of class 10 took part in mathematics quiz. If the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, find the number of boys and girls who took part in the quiz. Now again, from the whatever is given to us, we need to form the equation first of all. Then we will solve the two equations and find out the solution. So let us do it graphically. I first let the number of girls participating in the quiz be X and the number of boys participating in the quiz be Y. Now, because the sum of the number of girls and the number of boys is 10, so I get my first equation is X plus Y as is equal to 10. And I get this as the table. Next, it says that the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys. So if number of girls is X, so X is equal to 4 more than Y. So I get X is equal to 4 plus Y. I also make the solution set for this, the solution table, and I get this as a solutions table. Now, for these two, I plot these points 6, 4, 7, 3, and 4, 6. And I also plot 7, 3, 8, 4, and 6, 2. If I join these 3 points, I get one straight line. If I join these 3 points, I get another straight line, which will be representing the equation x is equal to 4 plus y. And I find that two lines intersect at a point, and that point is given by 7, 3. So this will be the unique solution for these two equations. So because x is 7 and y is 3 is the solution, so I'll write the answer as number of girls is equal to 7 and number of boys is equal to 3. Let us take up the second question. On comparing the ratios A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2, and C1 upon C2, find whether lines representing the following pairs. This is the most important question of the exercise. Keeping in mind that 2 1-mark questions are expected from this chapter, this can be one of the questions that can be asked. The two equations given, issues I need to interpret what kind of graphical representation the lines will have. I compare these two equations with the general form of the equations a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0, and I get a1 comes out to be 5, b1 as minus 4, c1 as 8. Exactly same way, a2 as 7, b2 as 6, and c2 as minus 9. I find out from here a1 upon a2 will be 5 upon 7, b1 upon b2 minus 4 upon 6. Clearly, a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. So because a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, I can say that the lines will intersect at a point, and that will be my answer. Let us take up another important question which can again come for 1 mark. Given the linear equations 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equal to 0, write another linear equation in two variables such that the geometrical representation of the pair so formed is intersecting lines. Now for intersecting lines, I need to have such an equation for which a1 upon a2 should not be equal to b1 upon b2. So accordingly, I can find out infinite such equations. I'll just should give you one of them, ensuring that condition is satisfied. A1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. So I can take it to be as 3x plus 2y minus 9 equal to 0. Yet another important question. On comparing the ratios a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2, and c1 upon c2, find out whether the system of equations will be consistent or inconsistent. Again, I have a set of equations given to me, 3x plus 2y equal to 5 and 2x minus 3y equal to 7. I'll compare a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2, and c1 upon c2. If I compare these two equations with the general form of the linear pair of equations, I get a1 equal to 3, b1 equal to 2, and c1 equal to minus 5 if I put minus 5 to the left hand side. Exactly same way, a2 is 2, b2 is minus 3, and c2 comes out to be minus 7. So what is a1 upon a2? a1 upon a2 comes out to be 3 upon 2. What is b1 upon b2? It comes out to be 2 upon minus 3. Because a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, I can clearly say that the system of equations will be a consistent one, and we'll be getting a unique solution from this. Now, one question of the graphical representation, because there's a 5-mark question, either it will be a word problem or it can be a graph also. Draw the graphs of the equation. So we have two equations given to us. I'll just draw the solution sets for them. First equation is x minus y plus 1 equal to 0. And I can just find out solution set and make a table and draw the graph for it. Exactly same way I take the second equation and I see which values of x and y will satisfy the equation. I find them out and I tabulate them. Then I draw the graph for the above two sets of values, and I get this kind of a graph I need to find out, determine the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle formed by these lines and the x-axis. So these were the two lines that I had drawn. The first line, this is x minus y plus 1 equal to 0. This is 3x plus 2y minus 12 equal to 0. They both are intersecting at point A. If I want to find out the vertices of the triangle formed by these two lines and the x-axis, then it's going to be this line and these these two lines. So the triangle ABC will be the required triangle. The vertices of A will be 2, 3. For B, it's going to be minus 1, 0. For C, it can be 4, 0. If they had asked me for the area, it would have been half into base into height. Base I can see is 5 units. The height I can see is 3 units. So the area would come out to be half into 5 into 3, that is 7.5 units square. Had they asked me that what is the area of the triangle formed by the two lines and the line y equal to 0? So means that they're asking me this about this line only, is the x-axis. So again, the same triangle area I would have found out as I told you before. Had they said that find out the area of the triangle formed by the two lines and the line x equal to 0. So I would have extended this line further, made it intersect the y-axis. Wherever it would have intersected, I would have found out, marked that point as a required point. So the three vertices would have been this A vertex. This is, again, this vertex would have been then B point, and then I would have found out the C point. So this is how I can find out the vertices of the triangle, and I could have found out the area then, and this would have done the question. So keep in mind, if it's going to be a 5 marks question, apart from drawing the lines, again, ensure that the lines are always ending with arrows. The lines are not line segments, so the arrows need to be there. Also, extend the lines on both the sides so that it meets the required x-axis or y-axis, the question of which has been put forward to you.
Also remember, if the question is solved graphically, means that after drawing the two lines representing the equations, we need to find out the point of intersection and write that point of intersection also. Because solve graphically means that I need the solution, so I need to write in the end x is equal to whatever value the points are intersecting at, and similarly y also I need to write.
So I hope these first two exercises are going to be clear to you. The conditions for consistency, the conditions for unique solution or infinitely many solutions or no solution, or the system being dependent or independent, everything is going to be clear to you. Thank you so much.